out my in the chat my coaching forum if you're interested in, if any of you subs are interested in some coaching, and exclamation YouTube. And check out my YouTube channel for my guides. I have a ton of information on my YouTube channel already. I've been trying to upload daily. Tonight I'm gonna make a guide on advanced power management. I can actually do that right now. So let's look at the reasons why I use advanced power management at the top level of play. So let's do it as Empire today. So I'm gonna start up with a TIE Reaper. Reaper has the most pronounced differences. Other ships have slightly less pronounced differences, but the Reaper is definitely Reaper is affected the most by these changes. So, all right, guys, are you ready for a guide? Ready for a advanced power management guide? We're gonna look at really quickly how to set it up, and then how it benefits us as we fly around. Let's go. All right, so first, to enable advanced power management controls, scroll down to power management right below drift input mode, change it to advanced, right? The second part that I'm gonna show you real quick, display only. Yep, there we go. The second part that I'm gonna show you is I have this program called Anti-Micro. I don't use this for macros, as much as some people might tell you otherwise, and as much as the name implies macros. I just use it to bind my controller buttons to the D-pad. So left on the D-pad is E, up is R, right is T. And what that lets me do is I can change this button assignment over here on my keyboard and mouse, right? ERT, these are my keyboard bindings for maximize power, not increase, but maximize. Because on controller, normally, they only have the increased maximize combo, and so if you don't bind, and so if you use those, you get into some trouble with, right, combo power to engines maximize. Yeah, so this is how I use it with controller on PC. It does require PC to be used. So now that we know how to set it up, you can see that with a tap, it's on balance, it's on basic again, hold on. It's in controls, scroll down, advanced. And drift zone, double tap, gosh. Controls, also hold for level stop boosting is good, drift input mode hold is good. Yeah, there we go. All right, so as you can see, right, it pulls power from the oldest system. So if I have max power on weapons, and I put power to shields, it'll pull power from the 4-pip one, right? It pulls from 4 pips first. So if I put power to engines, it pulls from weapons first here. If I put power to, let's show the controls too. If I put power to weapons, it pulls from the shields first, whichever is at 4 pips. So if I want to put power into weapons and shields, like maximize weapons, half power and shields, I go shields, weapons. Shields will be at half, weapons will be maxed. Now, how does this benefit our movement? Our movement's most important. So let's look at how this drifts already, right? So if I look at my speed, it goes down pretty fast after I boost and drift. That's with max power to engines. With half power to engines, you hold a little bit more momentum, but you still go down pretty fast. Now here it is with no power in engines. Wow, look at that, still at 180. You hold 200 for like a whole second. You can drift nearly like the length of the ISD with this. It's insane. You'll note that I have my throttle to 0. That may, for some reason, I don't know why, it makes the acceleration of your boosts really, really, really fast. That's how that works. And so with this, if I put power in weapons and shields, or shields and weapons, doesn't matter as long as I have no engine energy, my dead drifts are longer. Now, I will have a caution here, because as you do this kind of technique, you will start to lose your boost energy. See, I'm losing boost energy right now. I have 1 bar. And now 0 bars. So if you're not using the SLAM engine, what the SLAM engine does is it prevents boost decay. I'm not going to show it here, I don't think I have a loadout, but know that the SLAM engine, if you take that, it removes boost decay. It's a pretty strong pick on supports. It's very, very powerful pickup. So what else have we got here with advanced power management? The other things that advanced power management does is, compared to 2 pips, you have twice as much weapon recharge, which isn't always useful because you're usually overcharging weapons. but it can be helpful. And of course, you get slightly more speed and maneuverability otherwise. So I have micro thrust engines on for turn rate, but you can see that with 0 pips to engines, right? I had 76, now I'm down to 62. So there's a little bit more of that there. So as you can see, right? The main benefit Advanced Power Management gives you is mobility, especially on support, You can see how much longer, how much faster you can move around with Advanced Power Management using these techniques. And not only that, but with good boost gasping, you can charge your weapons and shields very meaningfully as well. It's very strong, very strong. So there is one more benefit to Advanced Power Management, and this is called shield skipping. So let's spawn a flagship here, and we're gonna get shot a couple of times. And this might be a little bit hard to show on a Reaper, so I'm actually gonna switch over to a Defender. So I'm just gonna have like partial shield power here. So normally what happens when you get hit by any amount of shield damage, right, is you put power back to shields and it takes a couple of seconds before it starts recharging. You can see here, every time I get hit, like I just got hit and I pull away and it takes a couple of seconds and I even got hit again here, right? And now I start recharging, right? And so if I get hit right here, come on, hit me. Hit me, baby, one more time. All right. And you can see, right, no matter how much I like swap my power around, it's not gonna instantly start regen, right? Now here's a trick, right? Here's the most powerful tech that Advanced Power Magic gives you, shield skipping, right? So I take damage, hit me, there we go, pull away, I just got hit, power to shields, instant regen. How did I do that? I have 0 power in shields while I am getting hit. So the way it works is there's like a debuff that's applied every time you get hit. So if I get hit here again, there it is, and I put power in shields, instantly start recharging because the debuff was never applied. When is the debuff applied? And what is the debuff? The debuff is that if you get hit with power and shields, it will pause your regen for about 2 seconds, right? It'll pause your regen for about 2 seconds. But if you have 0 power and shields, no debuff applied, and as soon as you're free, you can put power back into shields, and you'll instantly start regenerating, as you can see here. So if I get hit a couple of times, bam, 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 power to shields, instantly start regenerating. Very strong, works on X-Wings, works on Defenders, best part of Advanced Power Management by far. Most of the movement stuff, honestly, like look at my speed right now while skipping, while gasping. I'm using 4 pips and engines right now on this Defender. Most of it, not important, not important. Right? Like, even like a long dead drift like this, if I have max power in weapons and less power in engines, it's not that much shorter. It's not that much shorter, guys. With most ships, especially X-Wings, Defenders, like it's not as big of a deal as it is with supports. With supports, it is crucial. Other ships, not as important, not as important. That's it for Advanced Power Management, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. This video is going up on YouTube, and I will be putting the posts on Reddit and stuff. So very excited for that. I'll be putting that up tonight.